What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. We're going to go ahead and jump into this MotoStars video. We're going to be talking about the plan method, trying to see how these people crashed and why they crashed so that we understand it so we don't make these same mistakes. So this is an educational review. Let's take a look at this.
The rider who noticed the car braking in front of him a bit too late.
Car braking, so progressive braking is very important here.
The fall looks serious, he wasn't hurt.
Okay, we have a real, okay. Oh, there's a nice little endo, up and over. Very painful, so we're talking cervical spine, maybe head injuries here and there. Up and over. So there's the train track. So when you go over train tracks or speed bumps, what you typically want to do if you're just traveling at speed, you're not really slowing down, is that you sit up a little bit off the seat, because once that back end hits the train track or the speed bump, it's going to bump up and compress the shocks. It's going to push the seat up. And if you're just sitting on it, it's going to almost like try to buck you a little bit. So when we have braking involved at the same time, because we weren't necessarily paying attention, braking hard with the front brake and the bump, it's really going to launch you. So multiple factors involved in this crash.
Panic.
So slow it down here. If your space cushion is being diminished because the car in front of you is slowing down, maintain your space cushion by slowing down back here.
Though the fall looks serious, he wasn't hurt.
So paying attention is important. And if you really had to, you could swerve right in here. I mean, you could. It's scary. That truck's going to continue going. This car's going to stop, so you could swerve. But it's a last-second thing, very dangerous. So as smart riders, just in case something bad happens that we don't really have control over or we fail, we acquire and use personal protective equipment just in case. So hands out, not very, I mean, that's a natural instinct, so your hands are going to get kind of thrashed. But no jacket, so his elbows are going to hit next and shoulders are going to hit next. So we're going to have a lot of pain in the arms. And then the face is going to hit. So a full face helmet is very important to protect your airway and your face. So please wear a full face helmet, wear full gear just in case. Maintain your space cushion.
Yeah, I'm good.
The fact that he's able to stand up and he is aware of everything is very good. It means there's no real traumatic brain injury going on. But still, you're going to have a headache probably after something like this. That sucks.
Push it inside over here.
It was very nice of somebody to help. All right, here we go. Oh, chevrons indicating a sharp corner. We're going to go ahead and lean pretty hard. Watch out for that paint. You don't want to go over the paint. And there's the low side. Okay, so low side, we are leaning the bike really far. We have less and less traction the more we lean it. We have the most traction when vertical, so obviously you can't do that in a turn, so you're going to have to lean a little bit. But in order to turn fast, you have to keep leaning and leaning. So the more speed, you're going to have to keep leaning and leaning. So just take it nice and easy. Wait for that straightaway. Okay, it looks like it's an on-ramp. So wait for the straightaway to then pick up most of the speed. I get that it's a lot of fun going through the corner like this because now you're going on the interstate, so you're allowed to speed up. Hey, thanks for the $59.99. Appreciate that. So you can speed up and you can do that. I get it. It's fun, but just wait for that straightaway and then do a highway pull because you have the most traction when you're vertical. So if you're doing this, just understand it's a pretty big risk if you just keep leaning and leaning and leaning and leaning. It could be bad, and then you can possibly get hit by traffic. That's another thing. Okay, if you're going to be walking on here, walk backwards. Look at the traffic coming at you. Okay? Car's going to hit you. They might not stop. Okay, so somebody's turning.
Cut in the corner, dude. I'm on a bike.
What's the problem?
You're the problem.
What is the problem?
You're the problem.
Explain me.
So you cut the corner. You know, some people do that.
Explain me how to drive.
Yes.
See, the driver, though, like, if I ever did that, I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I wasn't really paying attention. Try to go into your lane. But it is what it is. So X-Rider official, here we go.
A big mistake, but in a situation required calmness, he
going pretty fast, the residential.
In the end, he managed to get
kind of dangerous, kind of. Now we're out on the fun road. Oh my god. So didn't panic. They're talking to each other on their Cardo Pack Talk edges. You might want to grab one. Links in the description for 10% off. So you got very lucky. He didn't panic. He just kind of rode it out. So what happened here, though? Let's take a look. So we start accelerating. Our buddy's up in front. We want to keep up with him, so we're not riding our own ride here.
He managed to get out of it without any major consequence.
So at this point, he starts panicking. You see the bike starting to do this because he's starting to apply the brakes pretty hard. If you just commit to the turn, I mean, get it that you're going fast. Roll off the throttle. Maybe give it a little bit of front progressive braking, just a little bit to slow yourself down. But commit to the turn Because once we start getting here, we start looking over here. So if we're not target fixating on the solution, we're target fixating on the problem. Target fixate on the solution. And that's going to hopefully get you out of this. But you put yourself in this situation by speeding up way too fast. Don't do that.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
And then once he gets to here, a lot of people like to panic. They're like, oh crap. Just coast. Don't apply the brakes too hard or at all. Roll off the throttle and just try to coast. If you want to do engine braking, start downshifting. But you can pull in the clutch and just really coast it. Because you're going to be slowing down anyways. Try to find the line in the road part of the off-road that's not super crazy and bumpy. Try your best to turn, but you can't turn hard because you don't have a lot of traction, especially on grass and gravel like that. We got very lucky. Oh, we didn't see. Okay, so we didn't see what happened, but here we go. So we're going pretty fast. Immediately, you see the speedo? Immediately slam the brakes or something. So either a mechanical failure or we slammed the brakes because it went from like 100 something to like 0. Could have been mechanical. So if it is a mechanical issue, double check and do a quick pre-ride check on your bike. I wonder if that was the case. Let's go back just a little bit. You see the red? What's that? I mean, it could just be damage. Let's go back. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, I thought this might have like got trapped in the chain or something. Yeah, what's this on the swing arm?
Se me trabó la mercadería en la rueda. ¿Se te trabó eso, no? Sí, se me salió todo, mira.
Oh, that's it, right there. So. He ran over something. So now it's a road surface hazard. So ran over something. It locked up the chain in the flywheel. So now that's why. So it's a bag or something. So watch out for road surface hazards because that can happen. Don't try to run over things. Try to get away from them.
Mira vos.
Might have been his own bag. Saw the saddlebags that he had. All right, big group ride. Everyone's hopefully riding their own ride. It looks like we have a car just kind of cruising through. And honestly, it's not a closed course. You're on public roads. Cars are going to go when it's time for them to go. It's a green light for them. I get it, but now you're just kind of boxing in the driver. You didn't hit anybody. Is that a police officer right there? Doing a wheelie? Yeah. Interesting little wheelie. Maybe it was a closed course. I don't know, but the cop should have been controlling traffic at that point. I don't know. Kind of weird. All right, 100 miles an hour. I'm assuming, yeah, miles an hour because we're in Indianapolis. So 100 miles an hour, it's definitely higher than flow of traffic. Let's go back to the beginning and just play it. So going higher than the flow of traffic, we have red lights. It means that traffic's slowing down, so slow it down. So they shouldn't have crossed multiple lanes to do it last second, but they did. So good job on the progressive braking at that higher speed, but pay attention because you're going to drop your bike. So good job not colliding. But they didn't see you.
The driver didn't want to miss his exit and crossed multiple.
They didn't see you because you're going so fast. So good job with the braking. Was able to handle it. But when you get to this point, don't be doing that. Like, you're going off-road. Go ahead and like, keep yourself safe because now we have this issue and you damaged your bike. So now it's a single-person crash. It's a big old boy. We were talking about the Triumph Rocket in the chat before the stream. And it's heavy. You're kind of stuck. That's a heavy boy. There you go. Put the side stand down. It might sink in the grass, so be careful. Okay, going around a corner. Oh, causes multiple crash. So once again, I say, take these corners a little bit slower. You don't have to lean so hard. I mean, look how hard he's leaning on that. If you're taking it at a slower speed, you don't have to lean as much. Your tires might not be the best. The road might not be the best. Your skill set might not be the best. So don't put yourself in a risky situation. Just slow it down. Enjoy the view. And then we crash and we have our buddies crash or somebody else crashes now. That's not a fun situation. All right, lane filtering. It's filtering because traffic stopped. But now you're in the middle of the intersection. Why are we in the middle of the intersection? It's California, so it's illegal to do that there. Well, he is, honestly, it says lady pointing at the right in the very front saying that's illegal. He can't do that. He can't do that. He can lane split, but you see that white line right there? That's where you're supposed to stop. He's now in the intersection. He crossed the line. So he's not supposed to be doing, these guys aren't supposed to be up here. They're supposed to be back there. So it's not that they're pissed off at the lane splitting or filtering. It's like, what are they doing there? And at the same time, as a car driver, it's like, it doesn't really matter. I don't care. If they get hit, they get hit. It's not me getting hit. I don't know these people. And if they're just going to make a right-handed turn, why don't they just make a right-handed turn? All right, good position for safety. So we talk about the plan method here, right? Positioning for safety, locate, assess, and navigate. This is a great position for safety, and this is why I like to ride closer to this side of the line. It's because look at how much farther you can view. That's also your escape path if you need to. You can see when this person brakes versus waiting to see when this person brakes. So I get to react off of this person versus this person. But this way you have good line of sight also. It's very important to have good line of sight. See how they're braking? So now we can slow it down. They're braking. They're going to slow down because they're slowing down. So if we saw them first, we can slow down and maintain.
A really dangerous situation. The
side of the vehicle, we're moving on. 30 miles per hour, we're going 48. So we're going to the higher than speed limit, higher than the flow of traffic. People are anticipating us going 30, so they're making decisions off somebody going 30. They should be making decisions off of what they see, but it's hard to see motorcyclists and gauge their speed because they're such a small object. It's easier to do that with cars. That's what car drivers are trained for.
Who was so
let's see what happens here.
He couldn't brake in time.
Left turners. And that bike is destroyed. Imagine his body, though. Let's take a look at what happened here. So they weren't anticipating somebody going 45, 48 miles an hour. They thought they could do it because they had more time, but we're going 50% faster than what they think that we're going. There's not much you could do at this point outside of prior to going the speed limit. So whenever you see crashes like this in the newspaper or in the news and they're like speed was a factor, that's what they're talking about, is that you're going 50% faster than the flow of traffic. Speed was a factor in that. Yeah, the car shouldn't have done it, but it doesn't matter when your bike's destroyed. All right, what do we got here? Okay. We're just riding, cruising, nice beard, no helmet, don't recommend that, no gear. Person switched lanes. What do you think happened there? Why would they switch lanes randomly? We talk about it all the time. Open lane pattern. They were stuck behind the white vehicle, switched lanes, didn't see us. We do that all the time when we're riding and driving. We switch lanes, but we check. We do a head check. So yeah, people don't pay attention. They didn't pay attention. He just switched over because he saw an open lane. It's okay. Relax. You handled it. You swerved out of the way. Good job navigating that. All right. Oh, geez. That was a funny little noise that he made. So right there, we're speeding, we're passing somebody, and we hit a bump because of the road repair. And that's what caused it. So now the steering dampener that he has really didn't do much. Or maybe it did. Maybe it would have been a lot worse if he didn't have that. All right, that person shouldn't have done that. So good job kind of navigating around it. They're going to switch over because they want to go straight. And they don't want to be stuck behind those people. You don't have to honk. If you're going to switch the other lane, you're in the other lane. You don't need to tell them to get back in their lane. They could just take it. You moved over. Not a big deal. Okay, Okay, lane filtering. Now it's a green light, so you have to kind of go in. Nope, nope.
I never thought that would ever happen.
Good job applying
But
the
it
brakes,
has.
but that's why you don't accelerate through intersections. Idiot driver. You made a left-handed turn. It's not a big deal. Just slow down your speed. Approach it a little bit easier. All right, we're going through here. Oh, definitely. So you see headlights, right? You see headlights in your lane. That's not common. You're not supposed to have that. So when it comes to planning your ride, what we can do here is now we located and assess, and this is an active threat. So we have to put ourselves in a new position for safety. What we can start doing now is offering them an opportunity to get back in their lane by slowing down, applying the brakes, so we don't catch up to them super quick. Move over to the right. So slow down and move over to the right. This gives them the opportunity to do this. Now, should they be doing this in the first place? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they should be doing this we already know the answer. We know they're not supposed to. It's a double yellow. They're not supposed to be doing this. It doesn't matter. They're doing it. That's life. It just happens. What do we do now? How do we respond? Do we speed up and try to piss them off and get pissed because we're pissed off and like make it so they can't get back in their lane and so they understand they shouldn't be? It doesn't matter. Our job is to make ourselves safe, put ourselves in a new position for safety, give them an opportunity to get back in their lane so nobody gets hit. That's how you solve the problem. You could be upset. I'm not saying don't be upset. You go ahead and be upset. Be upset. Go ahead. But solve the problem first. Now be upset. Now he solved it. Now be upset. But there's no reason to go back and like cause problems. Okay.
What in the hell was that?
So he cut him off. It is what it is. You're having a bad day, yeah. All right. Is that the same person? Yeah, same person. Let the idiot be in front. Let the idiot be in front. Oh. Trying to swerve around? That's not very smart. Don't do that. All right, intersection. They just ran a stop sign. It's a four-way stop. Good job recognizing that. It's an intersection, so it's a hazardous situation. And just kind of let them have it. So we have a trike right here. So they come out into our lane. They're supposed to go in the first available lane. Just roll up the throttle, apply a little bit of brakes. Not a big deal. So we're coming up to here, San Bernardino. I love the view. Oh, got lucky. Got very lucky. We locked up the brakes, started sliding. So we're coming around a corner. It's a blind corner. We don't have good line of sight. So take it nice and easy. Anticipate a possible problem. So cover the brakes and everything. And like, what is your escape? You know, what position do you want to be in? Like if somebody is in my lane, because this is what typical happens, right? We watch this all the time. It's usually someone in our lane. What are we going to do if someone's in our lane? It's small, but you can always make that escape. Because car drivers, they want to be in lanes. They want to be in the lane. They don't want to come over here. We can. So that's always a good escape. How to get to it in the middle of a turn, that's where your practice of emergency swerves come into play. So if you've practiced, you know how to do it, you should be good to go. So we come up to here, we immediately slam the brakes, okay? We don't have to. We can just roll off the throttle and apply a little bit of progressive brake pressure because it's kind of relatively straight. And then we can see what's about to happen. And it's like, okay, now that I'm watching this, I'm observing, where's my escape? Where's the new thing? How am I going to navigate into a new position for safety? Like, where can I go? I can go to the right because they're going left. And then you make that choice. So at no point was that person, yeah, okay, it was a turn, so it was an intersection. So they were in your path of travel, but you have an option here. All right, my fault here was that I've noticed it a bit too late. Could have avoided it altogether. Okay. Maybe English, second language. Okay, they're supposed to go in the first available lane. So instead of rev bombing in that situation, let's go ahead and take a look at that again. We can do an emergency acceleration. So 2 right-handed turns. We're supposed to stop. You saw the stop sign. We didn't stop. So at this point, this is in Israel. They're supposed to be in the first available lane. You take your lane. They come into here. We can either emergency accelerate out, or we can apply the brakes to let them in. That's really the only options we have. Rev bombing is going to make you stay side by side with them because you're removing power from the rear wheel, giving it throttle and making noise, but you're just kind of coasting, and they're going to coast into you too. So you want to get yourself out or allow them in. Because if they continued, you would have had an issue. All right. Ooh, getting kind of right up there. Child would have been very unhappy with what? What'd I miss? Baby on board? Is that what we're looking at? The sign? Baby on board? He's a rider in your group, Elad? Interesting. I don't even know what's going on here. Why would the other guy get out of the car? What are we trying to do here? There's no reason to... Oh, there's something on the top. Oh, that's what we're looking at. The toy on the roof. Oh, iPad. That's dangerous and nice. That's why people are getting out. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. That's a nice thing to do. It's nice to see that every now and then. Wear some gear, though. Wear some gear. My second okay, if it's a motorcycle accident, what are we doing here? Is this an e-bike? I could see that. That looks fun. Oh. Yeah, we got off-road a little bit, hit that little bump or that concrete in the grass. In Tucson, we have something called the Loop, and it's pavement, basically, and it goes along like a dry river, if that makes any sense, a dry bed. And it goes all over Tucson. It's really cool. It's on both sides, and people can take their bikes. They can walk. E-bikes at a certain speed and level, and it's really beautiful. So I would love to do this, but going a little too fast. Make sure you do that turn though. It turns, so make sure you do the turn because we hit that little crack and we fell over. Hopefully, he's not taking a motorcycle on this. That's not good. Without the right gear, even low speed fall can leave painful damage right prepared. Okay. Here we go. So this is like the dragon. So we're having fun. This person's letting the bikers go. Pretty cool. We're going pretty decent speed. Not bad at all. We're just kind of cruising. I love it. I would love to do this. Just kind of going back and forth. Oh, somebody else crashed. So how do we rescue this person? Looks like they're walking wounded. Not a big deal. They just need to get help with the bike, so we can help with there. But double check any damage. Great U-turn, by the way. Great. We still have some of the older Smart Rider drills. You get the new digital download of 24 drills. So check it out. Links in the store for that. You can practice your U-turns and get really good at it. So I'm sure he's pretty good at his U-turns. Don't know if he's doing the drills, but he'd get a lot better doing that. So right here, so just kind of cruising on his Grom, sees a crash. Did a head check. Make sure nobody's around the corner. Go ahead and get yourself out of there in a new... So ensure your own safety, look for hazards. Oh. So he's insured his own safety. He's double checking. So he fell on his left side. Let's see if there's any road rash there. So on the elbow, you see a little bit of discoloration. See how it's a little bit more white? So we took off a little bit of the epidermis.
Look at my skid.
Yeah, nice little skid, a little low side on the right side, fell over. And then there you go. Move your bike off into a better position.
I have no idea where my shoe went.
Yeah, your shoes disappeared. Not a big deal. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe. We are launching the Smart Rider crew, so make sure you guys join up and enjoy it because we got some more courses. We're going to have some courses coming out, and then we do the After the Ride on Thursday. But thank you so much for those that have become founders. There's a link in the description for a founders membership. That's going to end soon. That's 50% off of the yearly membership. And we're going to be launching an online motorcycle club, guys. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream.